What have been your impressions of, your first couple days here and getting out on the field today with the other rookies?
I mean, it's been great. Kind of just since I've been up here, since I got drafted, just kind of they welcome me with open arms. Kind of all the rookies, we've kind of gotten together, kind of talked with each other, and we're just excited to be out here, compete, and kind of get back to football. It's been 5 months now since we played.
Jen?
I know it's not much, but being on the field, how does that help solidify what you've been talking about in meetings and seeing in the playbook?
I mean, for me, it's a lot just because, I mean, you can draw as much as you want X and O's just on the paper, just kind of understanding it, but like there's nothing like getting that live experience, live reps, kind of going against the defense and just kind of really solidifying it, kind of like what you said.
Corbin?
Hey, Stone, obviously this isn't a training camp practice yet, but how would you compare the pace and the energy to what you saw playing at Florida, playing for Pete Carroll and company?
It's definitely a lot faster. I mean, kind of practice was kind of like a game, pretty much like you can compare that speed, kind of. So it's definitely a lot faster.
Bob?
Yeah, Stone, is there much of a transition for you just in terms of how you like stance and things like that from what you did at Florida to what you're going to have to do at the Seahawks at all? It's kind of the fundamentals of playing tackle.
It's a little bit different for me just because I got to get in the 3-point. We kind of really never did that at Florida, and we passed the ball a lot last year. So just kind of getting more balanced up in the run game and pass game this year, just kind of keeping it even. So that'll be a different change for me.
Greg?
Stone, hi. I'm sure you're tired of hearing about the leverage question at your height, but what does a 6'8.5" guy do to get NFL low? What are some of the drills? What are the things that you work on most?
Just kind of just that stance, initial stance. I mean, your stance is everything. That's what you start the play with. So just kind of getting fine-tuning that stance and just kind of filling out those angles in the run game and just kind of keeping those leverage and just keeping those angles and pressing those defenders.
And then how different is, I know it's only, 1-2 days in the NFL playbook,
yeah.
But how different is it? How much more intricate does it look like it might be than what you had at Florida?
It's definitely a little more complicated. It's more it's more wordy compared to what we had at Florida. Florida was really basic, so it's just more words and kind of just understanding what those words mean with the defensive looks.
Nico?
Hi, Sonia. With Greg taking the question there that I was going to ask, I'll just go ahead and go real simple and ask you, now that you are here and you're starting to, anything looks more real, has there been anything that surprised you, either about the facilities or the trainers or your fellow rookies? Is there anything that's been amazing about this whole experience so far?
I mean, this whole experience has been amazing. It's just an honor to be one of the draft picks and just kind of being out here and kind of one of the best facilities. I mean, the water's right here. You can just get that little breeze throughout practice. So this weather feels better than it was, like 100 degrees in Florida. So.
Okay, last question for Stone. Brady?
Hi, Stone. Somebody who's 6'8", are there taller NFL tackles that you study just for tips on how they do it as a taller guy?
I watched Ronnie Stanley and then McGlinchey from the 49ers just coming out of college. Just kind of seeing how they move, seeing what they do. I mean, you can watch Tyron Smith and Trent Williams, but I just can't relate to them because they're 6'5" guys and I'm 6'8", so I just kind of look at those other guys and kind of figure out what they do to make it work.
Well, what do they do to make it work?
Just using their angles in the pass pro and just kind of they'll figure it out and just kind of using their length to their advantage, keeping those guys off them. I mean, if you get that first touch, I just feel like kind of the rep's kind of over. At that point, you're playing basketball.
Thanks.
Okay, thanks, guys. We'll be back with Daryl. Thanks, Stone.